Friday, people. Thank God for Fridays. Things kind of feel calmer. The week has been crazy as shit. And I'm sure most of you, have your own crazy stress too. So it's story time. So I have had a couple people reach out to me that I don't really know. I don't think I've ever met these people. A couple of them wanted me to meet with them to do like a one-on-one face-to-face reading. And I'm not sure why. But let me tell you something. I don't have time. I don't have time for that anymore. Not right now. Sometimes that's why I've done readings through text messages. Not only do I do it that way, so you can go back and look at your text message and say, oh God, I remember when she said this or whatever. So I like to do it in text message only because I'm able to type everything I'm seeing right when I'm seeing it. And then you've got it for reference to go back and read over and over and over and over again, which I should probably, when I ever do face-to-face readings. It's hard for me sometimes to do face-to-face readings. And the reason is because I have a bad, and I'm not sure how I can push through this, but sometimes I get so overwhelmed with your own personal energy that I'm picking up things for your life instead of your loved ones. So I'll start picking up, okay, say someone has a drug, say, I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying, say you, as the sitter, have like a drug or alcohol issue. And because of the energy I'm picking up from you, I'm trying so hard to get to your loved ones, and I can't. And the reason sometimes I can't pull this amazing information from them is because they are stuck on the fact that you have an addiction problem. And when you've got an addiction problem, I'm picking up that energy. Sorry, I keep doing this because that's kind of how I feel when I'm talking to someone and texting them. When I'm picking up you have an addiction issue, I can't move past that. And the reason is because my own guides, my own loved ones in heaven are telling me to focus on this person's addiction and see if you can help them in any way. Spark something that turns a light bulb on. So it's hard for me to try to reach up and grab a hold of your loved ones in the spirit world or heaven or whatever you want to call it, because my guides are so focused on what you're doing with your life that they might only give me tidbits of what your family's concerned with, and most of the time it has to surround your addiction. Whether it's your addiction to drugs or alcohol or whatever, they will focus on that because they want you to change that. They want you to get out of that habit. So it's hard for me to sit down with someone if they have an addiction problem, because that's all I'll get. I'll get that. Even if I don't know you, I've gotten that. I mean, I've met people for the first time and I can tell, not by the way they look, by what the energy vibe I'm getting, that they have an alcohol problem or they have a drug problem. And you might look perfectly normal, no signs or anything, but I can feel it. So it's hard for me to do a reading for anybody who is struggling, because my guides, my energy wants to help the person struggling. And I can't, because I'm not like a counselor. I can only tell you what I'm seeing from my point of view and how they want to help you. And so sitting down face to face with someone who might be in that scenario is very extremely hard. I will not be able to move past that. The whole reading will be totally focused on that almost. And yeah, I might get tidbits from your loved ones saying they need to get help, they need to see a counselor, whatever, it might be. So it's not that I'm trying to not pull in your loved ones, but your loved ones, now that they're in heaven and are healthy, and if they were an addict also, are clean, so they're healthy, and they too want the best for you. So that's where that sets at. So just so people know, it's not that I'm getting things wrong. It's not that I'm doing that. My whole body picks up your energy and feels the emotion from my guides, like you need to help this person, you need to tell them about their addiction and to try to help them get past that. Sorry, I'm looking off to the right. I'm feeling spirits. But anyways, so I'm like trying to listen. But anyways, so I got a story for you, okay? Push that aside, what I just told you. I'm just trying to give everybody a heads up, because I have had some people message me, and instantly when I see their name, not that I know their name, I start feeling some crazy things that would hinder me for a reading, seriously. So, and it's not that I'm ignoring them. I'm not really doing readings right now anyways. Now, there has been a couple times that, like I said, I'll get a text message from a friend, a person whose friend is struggling with their loved one passing away, and they're like, can you give them a message? I'm like, do they have your permission for me to do this? And they're like, yes, they're right here or whatever. And sometimes I'll get bam, instant, and I'll text them. Okay, so story time. So this is just how this stuff works. So, you know, my one granddaughter was in an accident. She broke her femur. She's okay. She's doing great. Still got a smile on her face. And when I walked in the door one day to visit her, she's like, Mimi, even though she couldn't get up and walk and give me a hug or anything. Poor thing. But, so then my other daughter, Jocelyn, just had a baby. Shiloh Moon is what she named her. Okay, she had her Sunday at home in a pool. So that was pretty cool. And they thought it was a boy, but Grandma knew it was a girl. Even though I had another medium suggest it was a boy. Got me. Okay, listen. This is how this shit went down. So, way back before I ever even knew that my daughter was pregnant, I come in from work and instantly, and my other daughter Lydia was sitting at the end of our island on a bar stool, and I walk in and I sat my stuff down, and all of a sudden I felt very overwhelmed, and my daughter Lydia's down there on her phone, right? And I'm like, all of a sudden I get this weird vision, okay? And it was almost like my son-in-law Ivan and my daughter Jocelyn were standing in the spot I was at the other end of the island. And I seen them. Ivan was standing behind Jocelyn, like here, and Jocelyn was here. And Jocelyn is holding up a little white onesie with a pink question mark that was glittery. So it caught my eye. It was like a pastel pink glittery question mark. All of a sudden I said, Lydia, is your sister pregnant? She was like, no. And I said, are you sure? And she was like, no, Mom. I said, if she is, it's a girl. That's what I said, okay? And she's like, no, she's not pregnant. So I called Jocelyn because I just had this weird feeling she was pregnant. So I called her. She's like, no, Mom, I'm not pregnant. Why do you think that? And I told her about my vision. I said, I had a pink glittery question mark on the white onesie. And Ivan's standing behind you and you're holding up the onesie showing me like you were all excited. Like it was a reveal or something. She's like, no, Mom, I'm not pregnant. Little did I know, she knew she was pregnant at that time, but she kept denying it to me. I think she told me like maybe a week later or something like that she was pregnant. And I told her, remember that vision I had? You're going to have a girl. She's like, no, Mom, it's probably a boy. I guess Jocelyn was 8 weeks pregnant when she told me. So when I did, she was about 8 or 9 when she told me. So she was 7 or 8 weeks pregnant when I said she was pregnant and she was going to have a girl. So, you know, she goes through this whole pregnancy and she's like, no, Mom, it's a boy. We've got a boy's name picked out, you know, da-da-da. We kind of have a girl's name picked out and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, look, I'm built like I was with Jaden. And she's like, it's a boy, Mom. She didn't buy no girl stuff, okay? Mistake number 1. So anyways, I'm like, girl, this whole time. And I have a bad habit of talking to Jocelyn on the phone. And I'm like, so she been kicking a lot lately? And Jocelyn's like, Mom, why do you always say she and her? It's a boy. And I said, I'm sorry. Because in my head, I kept seeing a girl this whole entire pregnancy. Then my mom always likes to guess people when they're like 4 or 5 months pregnant. And Mom's usually pretty accurate. So she's been pretty accurate on most all of them. But I wasn't going by what my daughter looked like. I had gone way back from when she was only 8 weeks pregnant and didn't know it and said it was a girl because of the pink question mark on the onesie. So we're up there Sunday, me, the other grandma, and then step grandma. We're all up there because Jocelyn's going to have this baby at home, right? So they want the father to participate as much as possible, you know, help with the birthing and pull the baby out, all that good stuff. So this is the thing. This is what kills me. So this whole time she's thinking it's a boy, he's thinking it's a boy, and they have nothing but boys' clothes passed down from Jaden, my grandson, right? So she's like laying her head on the pool. And so she's kind of like on her knees. Ivan reaches and pulls the baby out, and he can't see the front of the baby. He can only see the back, and he lays the baby on Jocelyn. Jocelyn turns over, and she's holding the baby. But when they pull the baby out, I instantly seen it was a girl. I looked over at Grandma Shell, And at first, Shell didn't see it right away because the cord was in the way, right? She was just thinking it was going to be a boy, I think, because Jocelyn and I even said that. So Grandma Shell all of a sudden sees the cord moves, and if I had a video camera for Grandma Shell's face, guys, it was the most priceless memento I could have ever videoed, and I wish I had, because she was so ecstatic she could not hold in the fact that she had to scream, "It's a girl," because Dad still didn't know what it was yet because he only seen the butt. So she says, just like this, "It's a girl," and she's shaking, her face is shaking, her eyes are bugging. And I don't think it hit Jocelyn or Ivan yet that it was a girl. So then I'm like, "Ivan, it's a girl, it's a girl." And he just puts his hands on his head and lays his head down where it looked like he was going to pass out. They were dead set that it was going to be a boy. I knew it was a girl before she ever told me she was pregnant. And I knew she was pregnant before she ever told me she was pregnant. So it was crazy because it came out. The baby came out and it was a girl. And the crazy thing was, they have their bonding time and blah, blah, and they get Jocelyn all ready so she can go in her bedroom or whatever. So Grandma Shell and Ivan and Jaden went to shopping at Target. That's where Jaden wanted to go. So me and Jocelyn and baby Shiloh Moon had some time together just to talk, mom-daughter talk. So I'm sitting in the bedroom with her, and she's holding the baby, and we're talking. And I said, "Jocelyn, and she's like, "Mom, you don't even have to say it." She's like, "You told me I was 8 weeks pregnant, and you knew it. And you also said from before anybody that it was a girl, without even seeing my belly ever." And I said, "Yes, Jocelyn, but now in my little diary my little dictionary for signs and symbols, if I see a onesie with the pink question mark on it for anybody I do a reading on, I know that means somebody's pregnant or is going to be pregnant soon, and it's going to be a girl. So I'm assuming if I see a onesie with a blue glittery question mark, somebody's pregnant or going to be pregnant soon, and it's going to be a boy." So that chalked that one up, because by God, no matter what anybody said, I knew from way back it was a girl because of my vision. And Jocelyn said that. She was like, "Mom, how did you do that? How did that happen?" I said, "Listen, when there's something important in my life that is going to have like very big blessed meanings to me or have my heart 100%, the guides always pull through with some kind of vision of this taking place or information for that." So it was a win-win. And I was right. And I'm laughing right now because we had to put her in a little football nightie at first. And then I went out the next day and went shopping and got a bunch of girl clothes and stuff. And Grandma Shell did too. She got girl clothes. But yeah, she had a little football thing on at first. But she's still in shock. Jocelyn is still in shock because she's like, "I'm just shocked that I have a girl, Mom. I'm just shocked. I was dead set it was a boy. I knew it was a boy. I felt it was a boy." Maybe you should listen to Mom a little more. When I say I see something and it's sticking in my head and it's not going away, I see something and it has meaning. So that's my fun story. But I just wanted to share that with you guys because it's crazy how this works. And it could be something totally random. Some days I can just be standing in the bar and all of a sudden I get a vision about a customer or something weird, and I'm like, that's kind of weird. But I don't run to that customer and be like, "Hey, I just seen a vision of you, and your daughter's going to announce her engagement." Or I don't do that. That's their surprise, not mine. My surprise was baby girl, Shiloh Moon. So the crazy thing is, for Shiloh, they hadn't named her exactly yet. They knew it was probably going to be Shiloh, but they still weren't sure if they were going to do the moon or not for middle name. So I'm not huge into numerology, really. So what I did was, I did the time of the baby's birth and the date that the baby was born. I did a numerology thing for the baby. And it's supposed to describe what kind of child this would be. Well, I know my daughter. And my daughter would be like, "Well, that could, da-da-da." So I did one for my grandson, Jaden, just to prove how accurate that was, how accurate Jaden's was to the personality he is. And she was like, "Whoa, that's him exactly, Mom." So I said, "Okay, well, here's Shiloh's. If you name her Shiloh Moon, this is what it means." And it had to do with she's a person that's going to want harmony and balance, and she's going to be a people person where she wants to help people. She has a big heart and she wants to help people. No matter if they're down on their luck or with whatever, she wants to help people because she wants everybody to be in balance and harmony, and she wants peace. And then Jocelyn informs me, well, Mom, did you know that Shiloh means peacekeeper? I said, well, there you go. There's your answer to name her Shiloh Moon, because it fits her, and Moon is a feminist, is a feminine name. You know what I mean? Moon is the feminine energy, and the sun is the masculine energy. I said, so there you go. Shiloh Moon fits her, so they named her Shiloh Moon. Because I did have that picked out, but at the last minute they kind of wanted to change it. So she kind of went a whole day without a name until Tuesday. But so there's how we got our Shiloh Moon. But I just want you guys to know that I'm not trying to ignore anybody if you text me. I mean, I have messaged some people back and this and that and all kinds of stuff. But some people I've seen your messages, and then some I've gotten from people I don't really know. Like I don't know who they are. I don't know the type of person they are. I don't know anything. It's not that I'm trying to ignore them. It's just that I sometimes feel blocked when I feel certain energy around them. And it's not because I don't want to do the reading. It's because I know I'm going to be hindered by your energy. I'm going to be hindered by your energy, especially if you have something crazy going on in your life, or you're doing something you probably shouldn't be doing. And it's nothing against you. That's just how I react spiritually. And it's not a bad thing. I just hope that whatever I message you, if I message you back about, hey, I feel like you've got some struggling going on, I think you need, I'm saying that for a reason, because I'm concerned, because I feel that energy. Okay? I feel that energy, and I just want you to be the best person you can be, and I want you to get help if you need help, and I just want you to think about the person that you love in heaven and what they would want for you. They would want you to be happy, healthy, and the best you could possibly be. So that's why my guides step in. They also try to protect me from certain things. So they step in and try to help me help this person in a sense, just by words or whatever. But I don't know if I could go farther into their loved one's exact, funny, detailed messages like I have with other people, because first things first, you need to work on yourself, so to speak. Okay, does that make sense? So I'm not dissing anybody. I'm not trying to be rude. If I haven't messaged you back, or a couple of you back, it's not because I'm trying to be rude. Sometimes I'm very busy, and this week has been very busy because Tractor Engine Shows already started moving into town, and I have been in Fort Wayne twice already with my daughter, and then back here, and bar stuff and legal stuff and all this. It's just been crazy. I am like looking at, I never cared about Fridays or Saturdays. I really never did. I freaking earn for Fridays now. My body yearns for Fridays now, I'm telling you. Fridays and Saturdays, I feel like the stress can calm down for a minute. A freaking minute. I don't have so much going on Fridays and Saturdays. So like I feel, okay, it's the weekend. I can, focus on my spiritual stuff or whatever, I don't have to stress out like I always am all week long with messages about this going on at the bar, or messages about that breaking down at the bar. I can just be myself on the weekends. So I yearn for Fridays and Saturdays anymore, and Sundays. And it's nothing against the bar. It's just a roller coaster ride. You know what I'm saying? And with my health the way it is, it really sucks the life out of me sometimes, to where it's physically draining and mentally draining for me. And it makes me exhausted. And it causes flare-ups with my immune system. So, like major flare-ups. Like yesterday I woke up and this side of my face was numb. And it wasn't anything I did. It's just I could not feel my face like up through here and then like down into my jaw. It was a flare-up. My nerves were inflamed from this disease I have, and it caused a massive flare-up to where I felt like somebody had been working on my teeth and numbed me from here over. So that's the kind of things that happens when I get stressed. My legs will do that, or they'll just ache inside, and I can tell it's nerve pain by the way it feels. So yeah, I never realized how much, when I was diagnosed, how bad this illness would affect me. Especially stress is the number one thing that causes the flare-ups, causes me to get worse. So, I am just moving forward, taking it a day at a time like everybody else does when they've got illnesses or whatever. But yeah, so I'm just hoping someday, as soon as I get some legal things taken care of and whatnot, that someday I can just focus on what I have, some things lined up for me whenever my time comes to be done with the bar. I've got some things lined up for me job-wise, to where I can kind of set my own hours, and I can work from home. So on my bad days, I don't have to physically get up and go do all this running. I can kind of stay in my own element where I feel comfortable, and I don't want people looking at me like, why are you limping? Why are you this? So someday soon, I hope. Fingers crossed, praying. But I just want to share my couple stories with you so you guys understood. Like, I'm not trying to be a bitch or anything if I have not messaged you back. Like I said, I've been busy. Tractor Engine show's coming up. We've been busy already all week. And next week's going to be like 3 times as bad. So I might do another video this weekend. I'm not sure yet, because there's a couple things I want to share with you. Like I said about my ancestors, I thought it was really cool. I just want to kind of share some of that with you, because we carry our ancestors' blood. Okay, we carry their DNA, their genes. And like they say, cells have memory. So, how do we know? I'm not saying I'm a scientist and I know everything, but I'm just saying, how do we know that some of these things that we feel, see, experience are not memories from our loved ones from way back, or things they might have experienced and we're seeing it? I mean, I don't know. I really wish I was a scientist, kind of, so I could do my own experiments scientifically for the spiritual stuff. But anyways, all I know is I wholeheartedly believe in God, and I know there is a divine, and that is God, or whatever you want to call him, Yeshua, Jesus, I don't know. Everybody calls him something else. So I'm just telling you, there is a God, there is an almighty source, or collective, or divine, whatever you want to call it. So, I mean, I just really wish I could focus solely on doing these kind of videos and self-improvement videos when it comes to your spiritual stuff. I just went a hummingbird right past my head. Alright, I'm going to get off here for now, but I'll maybe do another video this weekend, as long as everything stays calm and we don't have no issues at the bar. Alright, I love you all very much. Thank you for hanging in with me. I know I'm not doing live mediumship videos anymore right now, or lives or whatever. Someday, I'm praying for it. I am so praying for it. It's just that, like I said, my schedule's everywhere. So with that, believe, and always believe in yourself, because you are the key to unlock them hidden spiritual gifts and spirituality within yourself. You are the key. You just have to be open to it. Alright guys, have a happy Friday. Tonight if it cools off enough, I'm going to sit out by my bonfire out here in the yard and watch the stars again, as long as the clouds don't get in the way. Alright, love y'all. Bye-bye.